I want to take you on one of my favorite walks in New York City as somebody who lives in Manhattan. So come with me. I'm going to show you some of the cool things that I like to do on a daily basis. Oh wait guys, we gotta call out the Empire State Building. It always looks so beautiful from 10th Avenue and West 34th. We're gonna start our day at West 33rd and 10th Avenue, where we'll head inside of the shops at Hudson Yards. Now, when you walk through the shops at Hudson Yards, you're gonna notice everything is extremely luxury, expensive, kind of the stuff that most people are not going in and shopping, but it is here if you want it. We're gonna take this escalator up just one level to one of my favorite coffee shops at Blue Bottle. I'm not gonna get a coffee right now just because this line is like absolutely insane, but if you come here in the mornings, it's not gonna be quite as busy. We got Louis Vuitton, and it looks like they've got up their holiday decorations already. That's pretty cool looking. All right, guys, now we're gonna leave the shops at Hudson Yards, and we are gonna head outside to go see the Vessel, and then I've got a really cool special walk for you after we check out the Vessel here. Guys, there it is, the Vessel, one of the coolest structures here in New York City. And the fun part about it is now they've opened it back up. You can actually take a walk up the steps and around until you get to the very top. And it's got a nice view of the Hudson River and all of the nice Hudson Yards village here. Great neighborhood, very beautiful. Now, fun fact, Hudson Yards is the most expensive neighborhood in all of New York City. But with that, you get a lot of cleanliness. It's pretty safe over here. They keep it very clean, which is kind of my favorite part. And now they've got the twinkle lights up here for Christmas time. Very beautiful neighborhood. You got the Shed, which is one of the coolest buildings here. If you don't know, the Shed actually retracts. Look at these big wheels. They actually work, and this really does retract, and it won't be here at certain times of the year. And this is the High Line. And this is going to be the next part of our journey. It's going to take us about 1.5 miles from Hudson Yards over here all the way down to the meatpacking district, which we'll see in just a bit. And once we get down there, I've got a few surprises to show you guys, some hidden gems in that area. The High Line is actually built upon an old elevated rail line that used to go down the west side of Manhattan in the Hudson River. Not gonna lie, guys, it is super cold out here. Might potentially regret my decision of wearing shorts, but it is what it is. We did what we did. So here we are, we're stuck with the elements, and we're gonna enjoy it anyway, because this walk is absolutely beautiful. Look at that, look at the size of that leaf. The High Line has some nice viewing points along the way, as you can see. They also closed off one of my favorite viewing points here, which is a little bridge near, I think, like 20th. But check that out, guys. You got direct views to the Empire State Building. When this clears up, this construction, I highly recommend checking that out. Got some really pretty apartments here along the High Line. Can you imagine living right beside the High Line? Almost would be a little too much for me. But you can see directly into these people's homes here. You've also got these very quirky apartments along here called the Lantern Apartments, because the windows are shaped like lanterns. And this right here, guys, is the newest installation here on the High Line, where they've got this little overlook down to one of the newer parks that they've built in Midtown Manhattan. Very pretty spot. It's just north of, I think that's 17th. Yeah, just north of 17th Street here. Just south of 18th Street, you'll get this breathtaking view of the Empire State Building. See all these guys taking pictures here, and that's because you've got this beautiful overlook of 10th Avenue going all the way up to Hudson Yards. The High Line also has a few restrooms over here, just south of 17th. And now, guys, we're going under the Chelsea Market, one of New York City's most iconic markets for foodies and for shopping. Over the summertime, they actually turn on a waterfall right here, and this entire thing from vent to vent becomes water, and you can actually technically walk through it. And my absolute favorite area on the High Line is right here at West 15th. You get the overlook of the Chelsea Market here to your left, the bridge over top of 15th, and that beautiful classical meatpacking architecture. All right, guys, we're gonna head down the steps here at West 14th Street because I have a little secret to show you. We're gonna head across the West Side Highway here. To our left, we have Little Island, a very cool, somewhere around a 5-acre park that sits along the Hudson River on stilts. We're not gonna go to Little Island right now. We're actually gonna look over here and we're gonna head to Pier 57. We'll head inside. This is actually the Google office here, which sits along the Hudson River. Not a bad place to work if you ask me. You've also got a nice winery here. Such a cozy place to take a walk on a cold day. All right, we'll head inside of Market 57. And while there is a lot of delicious food here, we're actually gonna skip all of that food and we're gonna go all the way down. Look at this, guys, all through here. You've got this nice waterfront oasis with views over to Little Island, the Hudson River, all the way out to Jersey City. Okay, guys, you're gonna look for the elevator that looks like this. It says Rooftop Shack. And we're gonna hit this button here. All right, guys, we'll hit the button that says Park. And you'll step out onto this breathtaking rooftop. Check this out. Stunning views of the Hudson River, Little Island right here, and all the way down to World Trade Center. You can even see all the way out to the Verrazano Bridge, which connects Brooklyn to Staten Island and Staten Island to Brooklyn. And you can see Lady Liberty. The nice part about it being kind of chilly out right now is nobody's here. In the summer and the spring, this is usually pretty packed. But guys, look, there's not a soul in sight. And look at this view. Just crazy to think about. That you can have this all to yourself right here in the heart of the Big Apple. All right, guys, we are back over in the meatpacking district. I want to show you a spot I really like, the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. Now, I almost never recommend going to Starbucks in New York City, but when you step inside of this place, you'll kind of understand that this is not your average Starbucks here. Guys, check this out. How special. You can actually see them mixing the beans here, which is pretty cool. They've got the big roaster over here. And you can even see this is where the bags of beans come up and they empty it out. And basically the coffee, throughout the day, you'll see like the tubes here on the ceiling will be carrying the coffee across to different places. They've got multiple spots, like the main section where you can get your pastries and coffee. Down here you've got another coffee bar with some nice secluded areas to sit out and chill. But then up top, you've actually got an Italian bar, but it's very cool because you can actually like drink delicious espresso martinis up here. So it's a pretty cool spot. Highly recommend checking it out. Very different than your average Starbucks here in New York City. All right, guys, now we are in the heart of the meatpacking district. Very cool place here in New York City. It's very classic New York. The thing that's interesting about the meatpacking district is you're kind of sandwiched between Chelsea and the West Village. And it's this very cool, quaint little spot with cobblestone roads and a lot of beautiful classical New York City architecture. Also, this is where a lot of rich people stay and live. You've got a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and oh wait, you've got another Rolls-Royce Cullinan, both of which are about $400,000 to $500,000 cars. Crossing Gansevoort and Greenwich, we are officially headed into the West Village. Greenwich Street here in the West Village is by far one of my favorite streets to take a walk on, simply because of the fact that it's much quieter and a lot more residential than other areas in New York City. So I highly recommend taking a walk down Greenwich. You'll also see a lot of beautiful classic townhouse architecture here on Greenwich Street. Making a left onto Christopher Street. And guys, we are at our final stop of the day. This, my friends, is Lindustry Pizzeria. Such a hip little spot here. And guys, in my opinion, this is the best pizza in all of New York City. Highly recommend coming here to Lindustry.
I got Sam and Jeffrey.
Guys, look at that slice. Wow. So thin, so crispy, so yum. All right, guys, well, I got a slice in hand, and it's one of the best ones in all the city. You know how I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night. From the West Village, we'll see you in the next one.